Okay, so we start recording this. All right, so today we're going to include a little bit more vocabulary in terms of risk or taking risks. We're going to retake a little bit yesterday's grammar aspect with the verbs, like be able to, be unable to, be capable of, incapable of, manage to, be good at, can, can't, could, couldn't, and that's it. And we're going to integrate everything into the text that we're going to prepare today. Okay, so first of all, what kind of issues or problems? Remember, don't consider the health problem that we're having right now and or the security problems. Apart from that, what other issues do we have in our city or near your house? What problems or issues do you think there are in our city or near your house?
How do you say baches?
Oh, we can say potholes. No sé por qué se ve así. Potholes. Pudiera ser potholes. Es una manera de decirlo. No, potholes.
Suena muy gracioso.
Okay, potholes.
Potholes.
Yeah, potholes.
Holes. Okay.
Yeah, potholes serían los baches. There is no public lighting in my house. Okay, that's a good one. The water doesn't arrive. The streets are ugly. Well, one thing is the street is ugly, and another thing is that they have potholes.
Es que no supe cómo decir baches, por eso ya era mejor lo puse así. Era lo mismo, toda posuda.
Pothole, there is no public light. Okay, there's no street lights or public lights. Sorry, yeah, lighting, iluminación, lighting on your house.
No llega el agua.
Okay, there's lack of water. I don't know, what else? What else? Is there any other problem? Like, I don't know, like garbage maybe that collects near your house, or maybe the streets get flooded. Se les inunda por ahí por la casa.
No hay un Oxxo cerca.
No, but that's not a problem.
Sí, es un problema cuando quieres comer papitas.
But people usually have like convenience stores, right? ¿No hay ni una tiendita cerca de tu casa?
Está como a 5 cuadras.
Pues ahí está.
Está lejos.
Qué bárbaro, pues la quieres ahí a la vuelta de la
Por eso
casa.
se les dice tienditos de la esquina, porque están en la esquina.
Claro.
Pero no dijeron en cuál esquina.
Exacto. Está bien, camínale tantito mínimo.
Baja las papitas que ya comiste para
Ándale.
que vayas a comer más.
Exacto. Lo que dije aquí, on safety, bueno, sería security problems, pero bueno, es que eso sí, la verdad, pues sí está medio cañón que lo puedan arreglar. Digo, los baches como quieras más.
Un arbolito.
O un arbolito, ajá, que te pongan un arbolito porque no hay sombra. Digo algo, ¿no? Algo que sea más factible poder arreglar than the security. And anyways, right. So yes, I don't know. Do you live near a park or like a square, una plaza o algo?
No.
Como a 7 cuadras.
Tengo un panteón a la esquina.
A little square. Yeah.
Okay, so some people live near squares or like playgrounds, you know, like donde juegan los niños que tienen así que resbaladillas, like slides or seesaws and stuff like that, swings. People don't respect the bike routes. You know what? I gotta tell you, when I came back to Victoria, I found out that they had put these kind of bicycle routes with some kind of, I don't know how to call them, the thing that they put on the street with posts and everything, like exclusively for bicycles. I think, in a way, I think it was a good idea. However, in some parts, it's very uncomfortable and useless for drivers. Specifically, I don't know how do you call that street? Es que no sé cómo se llama la calle esa, la que pasa por el paseo, por el Hospital General. Es Boulevard, pero no me acuerdo qué Boulevard es.
Chale.
Bueno, anyways, el que pasa así por el Hospital General, you know, when you are driving and you want to turn right or left, and you have those freaking things on the street, and you cannot do it, you cannot cross by them with your car. So it's more dangerous for people who are driving to step on those things, and you might cause an accident there. So it's just, I think they didn't actually plan it very well. They just did something just for doing it. But anyways, I mean, it's a good idea to have a circuit kind of like exclusively for bicycles. I think that's a good idea. But how they did it, I think it's not well designed. That's what it is. Yeah, the routes are not well designed. And the materials that they use to divide them from the cars are not very useful either. But I think it's a good idea to have specific routes or lines for bicycles. So anyways, the point here is that we're going to read first a little bit about this, because at the end of the day, what we're going to have to do is write like a letter or an email to someone that might fix a problem in our community. Okay, so the topic, or the name of the topic on page 120 of your book, it says requesting action. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to request action. We're going to ask someone to do something. Obviously, something that we are worried about, because it might imply some kind of problems or risks in our community. So we're going to write a letter requesting that action. But before going into that, look, on this page 120, there is a picture here of it's like a cave. Now, before reading anything, what do you think the problem in this situation is? Like, somebody is going to write a letter, maybe to the government or to the city major or somebody, because they have a problem with this cave. So what do you think the problem is related to the cave? Without reading, just guess, whatever you think, guess. What do you think the problem is? Why do you think somebody has to write a letter about a cave?
Teacher, pues ni modo que estén salidas de emergencia.
No, pero vaya, ¿cuál crees que sea el problema de la cueva y que la gente esté escribiendo una carta al presidente municipal, por ejemplo, acerca de esa cueva? ¿Cuál crees que pueda ser el problema?
Está llena de murciélagos con coronavirus.
Okay. There might be animals inside or something. Okay. Another problem. ¿Qué dice acá? There is no public lighting in my. No, hombre, sí ya pasó. To take care of it. Okay, puede ser. To take care of it. ¿Qué más?
El olor.
The smell, maybe there is a smell inside. Okay.
Yes.
Any other thing? He said, don't touch them. Like, not to touch what, the cave. Like, go inside and touch like stuff there.
Y luego la gente se quiere llevar pedazos de piedra y así.
Okay. Bueno, okay. So we have an ideas. We have some ideas here. To make studies, to possible collapse, Okay, fix it to use as an attraction, like scientific, like scientific studies. Okay, bueno, entonces we have some ideas. Y bueno, a ver, fíjense, acá. These questions here are a little bit, we're gonna have to complete them with something. Look, we're going to read, yes. Well, obviously, at the end of the letter, we're going to know who wrote the letter and what organization she represents. But what I'm most interested in is what the problem is and what is the purpose of the first, the second, and the final paragraph. Because that's what we're going to have to do. Okay, we're going to have to divide our text into 3 different paragraphs. So actually, question 1, I really don't care about it, but I do care about 2, 3, and 4. So what is the problem? Like, we have to identify the problem in a very clear way. And then what is the purpose of first, second, and final paragraph? Okay, so we have the text here. Who can read the first paragraph? Hasta aquí, hasta public. Anybody? Somebody? Not everybody? Somebody find me somebody to love?
You, teacher.
Me, I read. Okay, I read. Listen. To the Parks and Recreation Department. We are writing to call your attention to a potential safety issue in Bowen Park. The park is very popular because of its caves, and most of the caves are shallow and safer for exploration. Do you know what shallow means?
No.
Okay, que no son muy profundas. Okay, so shallow es algo que no es profundo. So most of the caves are shallow and safe for exploration. However, the cave known as Deep Mouth has long tunnels and deep pools of water that put inexperienced explorers at risk. We feel that since those who enter Deep Mouth run the risk of getting lost or injured, the cave should be closed to the public. Okay, so far here, we have some information. Now, what is the problem here?
The people may be lost.
Okay, so entonces
Could be
tenemos
lost.
people can get lost or
Injured.
Why? Why people can get lost or injured?
Because it has long tunnels and deep pools of the water.
Okay, so this cave here, Deep Mouth, has long tunnels and deep pools of water. And this is a problem because inexperienced explorers can get lost or injured. Okay, so we have so far the problem and what may cause the problem. Okay, ya lo tenemos aquí. Okay, who can continue with paragraph 2? Desde we are aware hasta they observe. Somebody else?
Me.
Okay.
We are aware that there is a thing at the entrance of Deep Mouth Cave, but unfortunately, many people, particularly teenagers, ignore it and in doing so, risk their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this, we request the following action. Block the entrance to Deep Mouth Cave, carry out a complete risk assessment, on Deep Mall and other caves in the park. Require park rangers to stop. Require what?
Require
Park rangers to stop any high risk behavior they observe.
Muy bien, very good. So in my second paragraph, I'm going to do what? I'm going to say on the first paragraph, this one here, I said what the problem was. What do I have to do on my second paragraph?
What, teacher? In the second paragraph, what we're gonna do?
Yeah, what? In my first paragraph, I explain the problem.
Yes.
Aquí. In my first paragraph, I explain the problem. The problem is with deep mouth because it has long tunnels, pools of water, people can get hurt or injured. Okay, that's it. What do I do on my second paragraph?
The possible solutions.
Exactly. So here, I'm going to express what I want them to do, some possible solutions. Y ya tenemos, block the entrance, carry a complete risk assessment, require the park rangers to stop any high risk behavior, and so on and so on. So this is what I want the recreation department to do. See, so on my second paragraph, that's what I'm going to do. Request, ask, what do I want them to do? And who can read the final paragraph? This one here. It's very short.
Me, teacher.
Okay.
We have a great confidence in your ability to deal with potential safety hazard in our parks, and we will appreciate you prompt action to reduce the risk to the general public.
Okay, very good. Y luego, bueno, ya lo cerramos, ¿ve? Con sincerely, Janet West, no sé qué, no sé qué. Ahora, on the third paragraph, I'm going to express, look, we have great confidence in your ability to deal with potential, no sé qué. We appreciate your prompt action. So on the third and final paragraph.
Es como el párrafo para la mesa.
Sí, hasta cierto punto sí.
Agradecimiento.
We're going to acknowledge in a way that we know and we show some confidence that like, oh, I know that you're going to be able to do a great job and I know that you're going to take care of our problems and we are confident of your help and your ability and we appreciate all the effort to take care of these problems. So it's just like you said, you know, like como de lamebotas, but that's it. We're going to use it on the third and final paragraph.
What mean hazards? Safety hazards?
Sí, hazards en sí son peligros.
Oh.
Entonces pueden ser peligros químicos, pueden ser peligros tóxicos, pueden ser peligros, you know, lo que sea. Pero hazard, something that is hazardous, es peligroso, dañino.
Okay.
Entonces, bueno, this is how we're going to structure our text in 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph, we explain the problem. Second, we tell what we want them to do. And on the last paragraph, we show some kind of confidence and trust that they're going to do it and they're going to do a good job. Always in a very polite manner. Okay, nada de que exigimos y demandamos y no sé qué, no, porque entonces se los van a tirar a la basura y nunca les van a hacer caso. Okay, so we have to be polite. However, there's some vocabulary that we're going to use. I'm going to give you another minute, read again the whole text, and find expressions with, find expressions that have the word risk in it. Any expression that contains the word risk, find it in the text and underline it or highlight it or whatever you want. Full expressions that have the word risk. Y ahorita checamos. Ok, denle otra leidita y ahorita la checamos. All right, found them? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are supposed to find six phrases with risk. Did you find them? ¿Sí o no?
I think yes.
Okay, vamos a ver. So what examples of phrases with risk do we have on our first paragraph? On our first paragraph, we have two actually.
Explore at risk.
Okay, entonces aquí tenemos at risk y
Run the risk.
okay, run the risk. Okay, we have two. On our second paragraph, we also have two.
Okay, it's run the risk, and before is the only another one?
Because at risk.
Okay, at risk.
So at risk, run the risk. On the second paragraph, what do we have?
Risk assessment.
Risk their lives.
Complete risk.
Okay, risk their lives. Y we have another one.
Any high risk behavior?
Bueno, eso está acá abajo, ¿verdad? Acá, high risk behavior. Acá también había otra. Risk assessment. Y we have one more. Ya el último.
Reduce the risk to the general public.
Okay. Reduce the risk. All right. So let's go one by one. Aguacate. One by one. Let's go one by one. What do you think run the risk mean?
Correr el riesgo.
Pues sí. So we run the risk. ¿Se acuerdan que habíamos visto antes lo de take a chance and be at risk y no sé qué tantas cosas? En la otra página que veíamos lo de risky, take a chance, exposed to, there to play it safe. Bueno, run the risk es correr el riesgo de algo. So we run the risk. Or we can be at risk. ¿Qué sería?
¿Riesgoso?
Estar en riesgo. Esto es correr el riesgo. Run the risk. Y at risk es que está en riesgo. Exacto. Algo está en riesgo. Okay, so we have run the risk, correr el riesgo, at risk, que está en riesgo. Luego, risk their lives, or risk your life, or risk my life.
Arriesgar la vida.
Okay. Now, for aquí primero, what is an assessment? Do you know what an assessment is?
No,
Complete risk.
no.
No, nobody knows what an
Asentado.
assessment is? No.
Asentado en el, ¿qué? El lugar ese. Deep.
No. An assessment is like an evaluation.
Evaluar el
Assessment.
riesgo.
Evaluar el riesgo.
Exactamente. So we have a risk assessment. So you have to evaluate the risk. Okay. Una assessment, esta palabra assessment es lo que significa. It's an evaluation.
Evaluation.
Okay. So risk assessment. Then we have high risk behavior. Para empezar, ¿qué es behavior?
Comportamiento.
Muy bien, comportamiento. Entonces, high
Comportamiento
risk.
altamente peligroso.
Muy bien.
Riesgoso.
Yes, it's a high risk behavior. When we like to do dangerous things, well, it's a high risk behavior. And this one, that's very simple. Reduce the risk.
Pues reducir el riesgo.
Muy bien. Reduce the risk, reducir el riesgo. So we have it, and this is very simple. It's a very simple vocabulary that we're going to have to use to include in our text. Va otra vez. At risk.
Ok, otra vez.
At risk es estar en riesgo.
Ujú.
Estar en riesgo. Algo está en riesgo. Something is at risk. Okay? Like for example, the pandas and the tigers are at risk of extinction.
Ok.
Porque están en riesgo de algo malo, de algo de extinción. Bueno, run the risk is, well, if I know that I'm going to get hurt, but I still do it, well, I run the risk of falling and getting hurt. Sí, pero pues bueno, voy a correr el riesgo de que pues algo va a pasar, ¿verdad? Pero bueno, corro el riesgo a sabiendas de que puede pasar. I run the risk. Sí, acuérdense como le veíamos la vez pasada de take a chance. Bueno, pues tomamos la oportunidad, corremos el riesgo, but maybe something bad could happen. So, but we run the risk either way. Risk their life, pues ahí si no hay de otra cosa, pues arriesgamos la vida. Risk their life. Okay. Risk assessment is to make or to do an evaluation on how dangerous something is. That's why we have to do an assessment, an evaluation of how risky something is. So it's a risk assessment.
So, es evalúa el riesgo.
Exactamente. How dangerous this is.
O sea, que sería carry out, complete the risk. ¿Cómo quedaría ahí? Carry out. Que cargues tú con la evaluación del riesgo.
Ah, no, carry out es que lo hagan, vaya, que lo lleven a cabo.
Ajá.
¿Sí? Entonces, que lleven a cabo, carry out a complete risk assessment on the mouth. Entonces, que hagan realmente y lleven a cabo una evaluación de riesgos de la cueva esta en el parque, ¿verdad? Para ver qué tan segura o qué tan peligrosa es. So we have the risk assessment. Luego, high risk behavior, acuérdense, es un comportamiento riesgoso que sabemos que si hacemos ese tipo de cosas, pues algo nos va a pasar eventualmente. So it's high risk. And reduce the risk, bueno, pues simplemente make it less. Reducir el riesgo, make it less. Ok, entonces fíjense, acá lo que tenemos que hacer es muy sencillo. On each one of these sentences, we already have the definition here. Fíjense, aquí tenemos analysis of the danger, in danger, doing things that may result in death, make the situation less dangerous, face a possible danger, and dangerous. So aquí ya nos está dando la definición. It's the definition of the vocabulary here, okay? So we have to use that vocabulary to complete the sentences. Entonces aquí tenemos, if the authorities carried out a analysis of the dangers, the place would be a lot safer. Pero ¿qué expresión de arriba significa analysis of the
Risk
dangers?
assignment.
¿Eh?
Risk assessment.
Ajá. So aquí sería risk assessment. Entonces la número 1 aquí va a ser risk assessment. ¿Sí? If the authorities carried out a risk assessment, the place would be a lot safer. Y es lo que tienen que hacer con las demás. Aquí les está dando la definición, un sinónimo, pues. Entonces tienen que buscar la expresión de arriba que complete aquí la oración con su correcto sinónimo. ¿Sí? Está bien fácil. Entonces vamos a hacerlas y ahorita las checamos. All right, got it?
Yes.
All right. So what do we have for number 2? Who is most and why?
At risk.
Muy bien.
At risk.
Muy bien, at risk. Lo tenemos, do you think people are actually, or is the situation less dangerous than that? Doing things they may result in death.
Risk the life.
Ok. Bueno, nada más aquí tenemos que ponerle risking, porque they are, like, people are actually risking their lives, pero sí está bien, risk their lives. Luego tenemos, what could the authorities do to make the situation less dangerous?
Reduce the risk.
Reduce.
Muy bien, reduce the risk. Luego tenemos, if the authorities try to change the situation, do you think they face possible danger?
High risk behavior.
No,
Run the risk.
yeah, run the risk.
Run the risk.
The risk. Y la última, pues es que la última aquí de hecho está diciendo behavior. So
High
the only
risk.
way to prevent
High risk.
high, okay, la canción. High risk behavior. Ah, pues ya tiene behavior ahí. High risk behavior is to educate people. All right. So look, when we are going to write our paragraph, or not paragraph, our text into 3 paragraphs, we're going to have to include a little bit of everything that we have seen, right? Like a little bit of the previous vocabulary, take the chance, or having the freedom, or exposed to security, dare to. We can use a little bit of this, like at risk, or risking my life, or reduce the risk, and a little bit of yesterday's, like be able to, be capable of to. So look, just an example, right? It's a very simple example. Somebody said that, I think it was Belen, that there is no street lighting on the streets near her house, right? So I can express the situation in a simple way, saying that, well, there isn't any lights on the street where I live, and it's a risky situation. Risky situation, because we are exposed to people who might want to rob or burglarize either people or other houses. If we live in these kind of places, we can run the risk of a crime. And we want to be able to move around our street without any fear. ¿Sí? Entonces, bueno, ahí sí como que fue como que una intro. Pero ya utilicé risky, utilicé exposed to, utilicé run the risk, y lo de able to. ¿Sí? Entonces no tengo que usarlo todo, pero sí tengo que ir más o menos, irle juntando poco a poco para poder escribir mi texto en 3 párrafos y poder incluir un poquito de todo lo que hemos visto. ¿Sí? Entonces, fíjense, acá abajo tenemos algunas situaciones. Ciérrate. Here we have some, bueno, pues nomás que se abra esto. We have some situation. Look, dice, a road where the traffic puts people at risk. I don't know. Is there any road here in Victoria that people are at risk because of the traffic? The road, una calle, un camino. So is there any road here in our city that
el Boulevard. El que está
El
por
Boulevard Tamaulipas.
Okay, so ya tenemos una, ¿verdad? So the road where traffic puts people at risk. Now, what would you want the government to do? Like, why is it risky first? Why are people at risk in that road?
They have to put a bridge.
Okay, maybe they can build some kind of bridge for people to cross.
For people to cross.
Okay. Anything else? Something else that you would like to request? No. Y es que aunque se los pongas luego aquí en la loma por donde está la escuela, la secundaria está acá arriba, ahí tienen el puente peatonal y no lo usan, todo el mundo se va por abajo. Entonces, I think people just like to have a risky life. They like the adventure and the thrill of.
How you say in English atropellar o arrollar gente? ¿Cómo how you say?
Sí, atropellar is run over.
Run
over.
¿Y tránsito? ¿Pero tránsito de la persona?
¿Eh?
O sea, que pusieran vigilancia de tránsitos.
Oh, that is a traffic officer. Officer. A traffic officer. Well, you could have a traffic officer there. Yes, why not? If he or she is going to stay there all the time, because luego nomás llegan y están ahí 10 minutos y se van.
Y hacen más tráfico.
So, it could be. Pero fíjense, aquí yo por eso ayer les pedí que pensaran en ejemplos de situaciones que estuvieran pasando ahí alrededor de su casa o de su vecindario o en la ciudad. Porque al final de cuentas, esto es lo que vamos a tener que hacer y esto va a ir en el Schoology. De hecho, se lo puse al otro grupo, pero no se los he puesto a ustedes, creo. A ver. Ahorita nada más es de copiárselos a su carpeta. Cha, 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 cha. Cha, 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 cha. Sí, fíjense, a ellos ya se los puse aquí. Entonces esto nomás lo voy a copiar al de ustedes.
Chale.
Así lo es. En el de la unidad 10. Ahí está. Y les pongo fecha límite.
La casa
Les voy a poner fecha límite el lunes 4, para que no digan.
Chale.
Ahí está.
Más tarea.
Así lo es. Entonces, bueno, aquí ya está. En su carpeta de 10, aquí está ya. Request and action. Entonces, ¿qué tienen que hacer? Fíjense. De ejemplos, les puse ejemplos. Like, choose a problem. Maybe the lack of water. Maybe there are so many illegal cars here in Victoria. Like, you know, like los chocolates que les dicen. Lack of jobs, garbage, medicines, shortage, que no hay medicinas, las luces, que no funciona el semáforo, el parque ya está todo feo y los niños juegan ahí y se pueden lastimar. Lo que ustedes quieran y mandan, ¿ok? You're going to choose a problem. Whatever the problem is, it's okay. The text is going to be around 100 and 150 words. Este sí va a ser un poquito más largo porque pues sí necesitamos meterle ahí choro. Okay. You are going to divide it in 3 paragraphs. Remember, first paragraph, we are going to describe the problem. We have to tell what the problem is. Where, give some details. Why is it a problem? Why is it dangerous? Why is it risky? Todo va a ser en el primer párrafo. Second paragraph, it's what we want the people to do. Si se lo van a mandar a Jico, pues bye, ¿verdad? Pero bueno, se lo van a mandar a Jico. Y le dicen, queremos que esto, que se arregle así, que se arregle así. O ya, si se lo van a mandar a la cuarta transformación, también queremos esto. Ya ustedes saben a quién se lo mandan. Pero in second paragraph, that's where you're going to put what you want them to do. ¿Qué es lo que quieren? La solución. Queremos esto y esto. Siempre de manera polite. Also, always polite, okay? And at the end, you have to, within the whole text, you have to include vocabulary and grammar from the unit. Okay, so far we have vocabulary about risk, take a chance, risky, be exposed, play it safe, freedom, security, run the risk, risk assessment, at risk, risky behavior, and so on and so on. Y lo de gramática que tenemos va lo de be good at, manage to, be able to, be capable of, and so on. Entonces no me tienen que llenar todo el texto con el vocabulario de la gramática para que no se sature, pero sí lo tienen que usar. You have to use it either way. Okay, for your text.
O sea, tratar de usar la mayoría de las palabras.
Pues no la mayoría, porque luego se satura, pero al menos sí usar cierto vocabulario y cierta gramática que hemos visto, para que no, porque si no lo escriben todo y está bien, porque sí ha pasado que me lo escriben todo y pues sí está muy bonito y todo, pero no usaste ni una sola expresión, ni usaste la gramática de la unidad. Entonces, se los tengo que retachar para que lo vuelvan a completar. Perdón.
Esperancitos.
Ok, entonces eso es, incluir algún vocabulario, no todo, no tiene que ser todo, pero ciertas palabras. Lo que hemos estado viendo es vocabulario de riesgo. Por ejemplo, lo que vimos aquí ahorita de be at risk, like be at risk, or run the risk their life, a risk assessment, reduce the risk. No, acá, lo de acá que vimos esto, de play it safe, risky, take a chance, exposed to, security, and so. Y pues al menos uno o dos de los de acá, de be able to, manage to, be capable of, y eso, ¿no? Entonces, les digo, no tienen que incluir todo, pero si toman, no sé, dos de la primera, unas dos de gramática y otras dos de estas, pues es muchísimo más que suficiente.
Okay, algunas nada más.
Sí, nada más algunas para practicarlas, más que nada, para utilizarlas. ¿Sí?
Bien.
Okay. Questions about that one?
Sí.
Okay.
No.
¿Seguros? Questions? Ask now, forever hold your peace.
No.
No.
Nariz.
Pues sí, nada más es un texto como el de la página.
Sí, es muy parecido a este. Acuérdense al final lo firman, así como que, bueno, sincerely, Carleni o Gisela o lo que sea.
Besitos.
Sí, no, besitos no, pero sincerely y ya su nombre, ¿verdad? Y bueno, ¿a quién se lo van a dirigir también? Like to the city major or to the, I don't know, water department of Ciudad Victoria, o no sé, a quién se lo quieran dirigir. Y ya nada más lo dividimos en los 3 párrafos. Y ya, sería todo.
Sí.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So today we're going to leave it until here. I still don't know. Todavía estoy esperando que me manden el correo de confirmación y no lo han hecho. If we're going to have class on Monday or not. So this is what we're going to do. If we have class on Monday, I am going to send you the session link. Entonces, pero esas se las voy a mandar, no se las voy a mandar hasta el lunes. Si me confirman hoy o mañana, sí hay clases el lunes, les voy a mandar el link de la sesión desde hoy o desde mañana. Si de plano no va a haber clase, pues obviamente no van a recibir el link. Entonces ya saben, si no reciben link de sesión, pues no va a haber clases el lunes. Si lo reciben entre hoy en la tarde y mañana, pues es que sí vamos a tener clases.
Ok.
¿Ok?
Okay. ¿Esto lo vamos a mandar para el sábado?
La carta les di hasta el lunes, de hecho, para que lo manden.
Oh, muy bien.
Sí, tienen fecha límite el lunes para mandarlo. ¿Ok?
Perfecto.
Bueno, pues hoy iba a ser cortito, hasta ahí le vamos a dar. Y ya el lunes, si aquí nos vemos, pues le damos. Y si no, hasta el martes y ya le continuamos.
Ok.
Muy bien.
Okay.
All right. So have a good rest of your day, and let's have some lunch or whatever, and we'll see each other soon.
Okay, enjoy your
Okay.